Good morning, Eco Family. I hope you're having a wonderful coffee and or tea. Welcome and welcome back to the Conservation Coffee. This is a few minutes in your morning where we're going to talk about positive eco stories and show that all of our efforts that we put out for eco-based stories actually can change the world around us. So let's go ahead and jump in. All right, well, here we go. So today I'm very excited. We have a couple great stories to talk about. Real quick, before we do talk about them, since you're watching this on my YouTube, please make sure you subscribe and please make sure to click the little bell. That means that you'll get a notification every time that I upload a video or go live. And as you know, there's never a shortage of things to talk about. I have a bunch of new videos coming out, and your support will lend a lot of help for us to get into Facebook's algorithm. Currently, they just don't really promote our type of topics, and we want to change that. So show them that this matters to you. Please subscribe. Please get your friends to subscribe. Please leave comments down here on the YouTube video, and that will show them that what we do, that people care, that you want us to continue to do this. So I have two great stories. These are very positive stories to start your day off with. So it turns out that the EU has made a huge step forward. The Commission decided that, and this is from Europe's chief policy-making body last Wednesday, they called for a safer, more sustainable chemicals market. Now, I know chemicals are not really something that we always think is a good idea, but they are out there and we need to reduce the problems that they cause. Now, what they're going to do is they're going to create a zero tolerance approach. And it basically will eliminate hormone mimicking compounds. Now, hormone mimicking compounds are the compounds that are endocrine disruptors. These are things that once they go into your body, they alter the way your body works and end up giving people like me environmental cancers and other people chronic illnesses. So if we can stop one thing in the world, these would be the chemicals to stop. Now, according to the European Commission, BPA, flame retardants, pesticides in the United States, just so you guys know, are basically unregulated. There is no, you can use them at free will. My friends in Florida do a lot of work showing all this insane pesticide use, and it's really just a way, they're spraying weeds, they're spraying dead areas. Like, pesticides aren't going to help anybody. They might be helpful for farmers, but that's a different story. But a pesticide market is massive here, and it's an endocrine disruptor. Very important to know. Same with BPA, same with a lot of these other things. And Europe wants to say no more. Can be zero of these disastrous chemicals that we give to people. I think it's really incredible because it's been something that has been a very contentious thing, and everybody has been out there giving awareness. One of my good friends, Stell Bailey, is always out there fighting against these types of endocrine disruptors. And Florida has a lot of issues. The entire U.S. does. Actually, all of our tap water contains a certain amount of endocrine disrupting chemicals. Now, the EU said, we're not going to do that anymore. We are going to stop it. So I like this quote. They say, it's a once-in-a-decade opportunity to rethink Europe's approach to chemical management. Every day, our exposure of cocktails of harmful chemicals is translating in real-life conditions and diseases for current and future generations. This is what a lot of us that are activists are always talking about, because we know that these companies pour these chemicals out and we get sick and we pay the price while they go buy more islands for their shareholders. There needs to be a happy medium somewhere. We don't want the companies to shut down, but we don't think that we should be paying the price with our health. And we certainly should not be allowing unborn children to pay the price of our ignorance and our lack of doing anything. So years and years and years of information scientific work and activism has led to this, and this is exciting. It's only going to be in the EU, and again, I want to put a picture of the EU up for my friends that aren't 100% sure who's in the EU these days. Is this an old photo? I can't see if the UK's in there. This might need to be updated. But all of these countries will soon have a zero tolerance for harmful chemicals that are allowed to be in there. So that is a huge victory. Now, let's bring a victory back closer to my personal backyard in the US. This is something that we really need to celebrate. We all know that the honeybee numbers have been decreasing rapidly. A lot of it due to pesticide, a lot of it due to GMO use. A lot of GMO foods, in order to keep bugs away, create a thing. It's another endocrine disruptor where it goes into the body of the bees and their stomachs explode and it kills them. Sounds like sci-fi, but unfortunately, it's modern farming technique. So this is great news. People have been stepping up, fighting for the bees, and I am happy to say that there is a 14% national increase in the bee populations. Isn't that cool? I was looking, and 73% increase of the colony numbers since 2018 in, let's see, where is this? Maine. Now, the other states that have been doing really well, the 14% increase, the latest report from the National Agricultural Statistics Service says that Nebraska, Oklahoma, Michigan, and Maine reported the largest percent increases in bee colonies over the last 2 years. Oklahoma, this is really cool, reported 69% growth. And whereas, again, Maine is the most improved bee colony with a 73% increase in bee populations. So remember, everything we're fighting for works in concert with everything else. As many of you are aware, bees are pollinators, they're cross-pollinators. Almost all of our crops, whether it's honey or not honey, are essential. If the bees die, our ability to survive is greatly reduced. We need bees. They're maybe one of the most important things on the planet. And they're rebounding back here in the United States because of people's fights against pesticide, the fight against GMO crops, and basically everybody standing up for bees, becoming aware of it. This is what matters, awareness. We learned about the bee problem. Everybody took it upon themselves to talk to their friends, and a conservation conversation happened. And here we are 2 years later, and the colony numbers are rising, the bee populations are rising. So something to celebrate this morning. Anyway, there we go, guys. I just wanted to have a quick coffee conversation and talk to you guys about these amazing things that we can do as a culture together as we fight for a better future. And all that requires is some unity, some education, and some activism. And sometimes activism can be as simple as having a conservation conversation with your friend that didn't know about bees. And, I grew up afraid of bees. And so my only knowledge of them is just, whoa, watch out. I'm terrified and freak out when they're near me. Bees are so important. They're so critical to our survival. They're critical to the world's survival. And because of our activism, they're coming back. So great news all around. The EU wanting to stop allowing so many poisonous chemicals that are causing health problems, chronic illnesses, cancers, and other forms of issues for children and adults around the world, as well as the bee populations on the rise. So let's celebrate our victories. They're far and few between, but we love to get together in the mornings and discuss them. So everybody have a wonderful day out there. Remember that your voice matters, what you think matters, your conversations that you have with everybody matters. And it is our world. Let's talk about it.